In this video, I'm going to cover security baselines for hosts. So a baseline is basically the minimum specifications on how host hardening should be done on a specific device. This could range across different operating systems such as Windows, Mac, or Linux, including all the different flavors of Linux, as well as all the different versions of each one of these operating systems. For example, Windows, we have different servers, as well as different personal operating systems. Mac has all its different versions, etc. We also want to consider baselines based on function. So for example, a web server is going to have different functionality than a mail server, and we need to configure these based on those specific baselines. So how is a baseline done? Once you set up a device exactly how you want to have it be, you're going to create a file that is going to replicate exactly that same operating system. This is called a disk image. And with this disk image, I can push this out to all the other different devices, and it's going to replicate that operating system on that device. So in Windows, you can use Windows deployment services to deploy this operating system to all the different Windows devices. There are similar things you could do in Linux as well as Mac. As part of the baseline, we need to configure our services. This can be done in computer management. For example, in Windows, we have the ability to open up computer management, go to services, and then configure like the Windows firewall or something like that. In Linux, we can configure our different services by doing the following. So open up Kali Linux and follow the instructions on this, and then come back for discussion. All right, welcome back. So here I am in terminal on Kali Linux. I'm going to go ahead and run the command system ctl --type equals service. And you can see all the different services that are running. If you hit spacebar, it will continue to show more services. So some of these are vital to have it actually work. If you stop some of these, you might actually crash your system. For example, the GNOME Display Manager. So I use Control-C to exit out, and let's go ahead and see if we can stop that service. So I'm going to go ahead and do sudo service GDM for the GNOME Manager, and then we'll go ahead and say stop. So I'll go ahead and enter the password, and you can see that it crashed. Thanks for watching my video. Feel free to click the links here to watch the next video of the playlist, continue to the next playlist, or subscribe.